Yo, what's happening, everybody? Wyatt Hurts here, back, finally returning after a bit of a hiatus, I guess. You know, it's been a few weeks. We've had nothing up here on the channel, and I'm finally back, bringing back, well, some more multiplayer action. You should also see, for you guys that enjoy my single-player stuff, there will be a new, the Far Cry 3 series will pick up one more time. But anyway, where are we right now? We're in some Call of Duty Ghosts. The Call of Duty Ghosts is back, and we're kind of picking up where this series left off, back at Stonehaven. We're playing some TDM, well, not unfortunately, but this time around, rather than wielding the sniper rifle, I'm showcasing the Remington, which we've seen a little bit of up here on the channel. I think I had picked it up at one point on, Octane, as a secondary weapon when I actually was carrying that sniper rifle. So this gun, I like it as an assault rifle. I want to wield this weapon. This weapon is most effective, I find, at the mid to long ranges. I don't find it all that comfortable at the close ranges, but it is effective there. You know, it can be used, obviously. But this gun, its big, redeeming trait certainly is its stopping power, which it does have. And I've made that power, increased that power that much more by throwing on some armor-piercing rounds on this sucker. And of course, you saw the ACOG on there. And as I said, where I want to be wielding this weapon, where I feel most comfortable with it, or at least at those mid-ranges, you know. So, this is a this is a bloody horrible start to this game. I tell you, I'm gonna have to. I don't even know. I wish I could have just fast forwarded through it and cut it out altogether like a cancer. But no, it's in here. Just a horrible start. And as I said, the channel wasn't the only thing. I wasn't getting any content up because I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing any of the games that I actually release up here on the channel. So it's been a few weeks since I've been in Call of Duty, Battlefield, other games, Far Cry, and other stuff. So there's gonna be some rust here, at least in this first week back. Whatever, you're gonna see, you're gonna see me having some difficulties from time to time. Right there, that was just beautiful by Light of Heaven here. A great couple of kills. He put down my teammate really quickly and was right on the mark. Filling my mouth full of lead. Shooting out my teeth with that fistful of fury that he sent flying my way. Anyway, here we go, and right here, so a few more bad deaths. You'll see it. I'm just wandering around almost aimlessly, just noobish with my unawareness, of what's actually going on around me. Just getting shot in the back again. Anyway, let's take a look at the rest of the, let's take a look at the perks here, I guess. I do have Amplify in there, making enemy footsteps a little bit louder. Dead Silence is in there, which is muting my footsteps. Ready Up is in there, which allows me to kind of bring my gun up a little bit faster when I come out of a full sprint. Extra Tactical Gear and Extra Lethal Gear are rounding out those perks. So you can see at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, I'm carrying 2 frag grenades and two motion sensors. And of course, my perks, looking at the again, glancing at that lower right hand corner, these are support class perks. So these kill streaks, these kill streak rewards, they are persistent. They will go through my deaths. They will continue to increase through my deaths. And which is a good goddamn thing with this horrible start. So right now I'm sitting 2-4. I was 1-4 a second ago. Things still haven't I still haven't got things rolling just yet. I'd fall one more time. I just could not see this guy. I could not find him. I thought whoever it was, I thought it was the guy that ran around the corner that I initially put down. Unfortunately, it was Helen Keller up there. What was Helen? Blind, deaf, and dumb up there, just spraying away with her LMG or his LMG. And I'm back here kind of tracking him down, looking for a little bit of revenge. My teammate goes in there, takes out I would imagine it was an IED, and Helen steps out just to survey the area, and I get a little redemption there, and finally get things rolling. And this is where things start to pick up. So before the kind of the revenge kill on Helen, I was 2-5, a terrible start, but from that point on, I really do ride out a 19-3 to finish out the rest of this game, and it's unfortunate because you know what, I end up with a good round. Had I not had that despicable, that just unpleasant start to this game, it would have gone from a good round to a great round, I have no doubt. But like I said, getting a little bit rusty here. And I had just settled in this back area, and apparently Helen really covets this land back here. Was looking to get back in here, not once, but 2 more times. And I put him down, or her down, on both those attempts, with some serious preemptive fire on that second kill with that Amplify coming into play. I really did hear the footsteps. Was pre-fire and probably a little bit too heavily there. But, again, I don't like wielding this weapon in those close quarter situations. So I want to try and gain the the edge where I can, you know. Anyway, the first of my perks comes out. It is the ammo crate. Every time you hear that noise, that right there, yeah, right there, that means I am resupplying a little bit of ammo. I also took the time to swap out my secondary for a better gun. And actually that secondary weapon, which I'm looking at here now, I'm going to have to get this up here. I like the look of it. I'm not even sure what the hell it is, you know. I guess I should pay more attention to these things. Like the look of it. I liked the feel of it when I was wielding it here. I got a couple of kills with it. I'm sure it prolonged my kill streak. A couple of kills more, you know. So it was worth having. It was worth carrying. So I come on here, I'm just looking to get a better vantage point on the map. I did hear the footsteps coming in, and it gives me the opportunity to shank the first place man on the other team, the banker. Eat my blade, taste my steel, sir, and and getting a little, well, doing a little bit of damage from here. It's not going to be much more. I get a couple of kills coming around this corner. They're really starting to stack up on me here. They're actually spawning in the building. Well, you can't see it right now, just to about to my 3 o'clock, my 6 o'clock now. Things are shifting too quickly for me to really kind of tell you where that spawn location is. But yeah, I was just getting a little bit too overwhelmed, and some guy wandering in with his thermal scope got me ranged there as I was trying to deal with one of his encroaching teammates, you know. And here we go, we're bringing in, here's my second kill streak reward. I think you've seen him once before in that last Stonehaven round. I was calling him Berlin then. I've since changed the name. So my Rat Shield guy is now named, that is Sharuk, my man Sharuk coming in here. If he's not in here in body, he's at least in here in soul, wielding his shield, shattering skulls, and you know, just well, wreaking havoc on my behalf. You know, so there it is. There he is right there. I get a nice little kill coming around this backstretch. I think I get one more here. A little sketchy. And I think I drop a motion sensor, if I'm not mistaken, as Sharuk here surveys the area with his big old shield in hand. And there it is. There goes the motion sensor. Beautiful little drop. Look at that pro drop. Oh well, not really a pro drop. It's kind of obviously sitting up there on the wall. But look at that. Wasn't that just a beautiful little toss? You know, you could do that 10 times and probably only nail it twice. Anyway, here we go. I've managed to get to this final kill streak, well, which is kind of guaranteed when you're rolling the support class, as long as you're having a decent enough round. And I bring in the Oracle at 14 kills. And this Oracle, let me tell you, this can be a real game changer, you know. Well, you can see the effects of it right there. Those yellow silhouettes, they will pop up on your HUD through walls and identify the locations of your enemy teammates, and that pulses on and off every handful of seconds for a certain amount of time before the Oracle eventually just leaves the area and you lose its effectiveness, right? So there we go. That kind of explains that for you guys that are maybe unfamiliar with it. You know, when I try and describe things, I describe them in a way that may be obvious to some of you, but some of you guys may not really know what something does. You know, if you haven't played the game, you're just watching one of my videos for the first time. I don't know. So anyway. Because for me personally, the last Call of Duty series game that I played was Modern Warfare 2. I mean, the game has changed a lot as far as perks go, and I don't know if this Oracle system and other stuff like that was a Modern Warfare 3 or any of the kind of the Black Ops stuff. I don't know. So I try and tackle it from a very basic standpoint, I guess. As I learn things, I share it with you guys as well. Anyway, we're just coming down the final stretch here now. There's not much time left in the game. I kind of post up here. I'm going to wander through the creek. I think I hear some footsteps up here. I'm going to inspect. Yeah, I do hear some footsteps. I'm doing a lot of my preemptive fire one more time. Again, don't like this gun at the close range, and that preemptive fire, that pre-fire will certainly, it gives me the edge if I just kind of strafe it around the corner and dish some lead their way. At the very least, it will, make the guy think twice about charging up on your ass. Right there. Heard the footsteps one more time to get the jump on. Big story, and right here, just some good luck as I turned around and caught this last guy rushing in here. No hacking, son, no hacking. And here we go. And again, you can see, I mean, it wasn't too bad. I had a pretty good job. Did a pretty good job of finishing off my last man there for the kill cam. But again, things can get a little sketchy there, in those close quarter situations where you have a guy charging in with this weapon. When I'm carrying the Remington and you have a guy, or I have a guy charging up on me at that at at that speed, and it was just kind of coming in looking to shank me. I can have I got lucky there. I'd say sometimes I'll pass my crosshair across them, and the gun almost feels like it has these. It doesn't fire at an ongoing, consistent rate. For some reason it feels like there's almost these little sputtering pauses in its rate of fire. I don't know, maybe I'm just my imagination, but I find that there's been quite a few times wielding this weapon, and I've spent quite a bit of time with this Remington. There's been quite a few times where I'll run my crosshair across a guy, on semi-full auto or full auto, and it just turns out that as I run it across him back and forth a couple of times trying to fine-tune my aim, I'll miss completely on both those passes, and that's bloody well annoying. It's just that some bad timing, some bad luck, right? So anyway, there we go. We're looking at a 21-8, pretty solid round there for me, despite, like I said, having that poor start to the game. What was a good round could have been a great round had I had a better start. Now let's take a look at a few other names and numbers. Boni Patel or Boni Pate, not really sure. 18 and 16 for him. LOL's there with a 17 and 6, solid round. Scarmaster with a 10 and 6, and even Booba down there at the bottom with an 8 and 4. Worth mentioning. He did stay in the plus side of things. He even came in with a 2-1. KDR. Down on the other side, Soul Eater leading the team 12 and 14. Not much worth mentioning down there. Everybody kind of drifted into the negative, into the dark side of things with those KDRs. So, that just happens sometimes. Sometimes you just get outplayed. Well, it happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us at some point, right? Anyway, guys, so thanks for stopping by and tuning in and checking out the video. Hopefully, you're happy to have me back and see me releasing content one more time. I should wish you all, it's late coming, but want to wish you all. Hopefully, you all had a good time in your time off from whatever it is you do with your lives. Hopefully, you had good holidays and a good New Year, and hopefully, well, I certainly wish you all a good year to come. Now, until next time, hopefully you'll leave me a like, a comment, or sub to the channel, as I usually say at the end of these videos. And until next time, well, remember why it hurts, guys. Later.